Known for her off-the-wall Jersey logic and sacred sarcasm, Sue has found a style of humor that resonates with audiences everywhere, and she has no trouble making people laugh. Singer-songwriter, former radio personality, and author who is receiving rave reviews for her new book, Sue-biquitous, a humorous travelogue of an unfiltered saint. Join me in welcoming your warm-up comedian tonight, Sue Duffield.
I got lost. You know what? My theory in life is, though, if you can't lose it, just decorate it. What do you think? Remember the Carol Burnett routine when they said they saw it in the window and they couldn't resist? I saw this on my grandmother's table. Do they even make doilies anymore? I'm like, oh my word. So here's the cool part. The cool part is you are the best audience in the United States of America. Give yourself, oh. So my daughter says to me the other week, she's going through all my clothes in my closet, and she says, Mother, at 63, please do not wear that designer clothing Sag Harbor anymore. Please, just stop it. Get rid of it. You get done with it. And so I laugh about all the wonderful things that over the years, you know, you just dress it up, but you just say, well, what are we going to do with that? We don't know what we're going to do with that. I'm on that new low-fat diet. All my fat is now low, so it's like... So when you wear one of these kind of stretchy materials, you just go with it. We've got some Jersey people in here somewhere. Some of my dearest friends right here, I paid them to come. I gave them $100 if they would yell. Living in Hendersonville, I'm a Jersey girl. Came to Hendersonville about 10 years ago, saw the light. Hallelujah. And let me tell you, we were so excited. About 5 years ago, Dollar Tree came to Hendersonville, and we were, oh, and they say there's no God. I mean, it was just, and we were thrilled because, you know what, you don't have to get as dressed up as you do when you go to Walmart. So it's just, you just go from there, and it never ends. It's this whole fashion thing. And so I'm laughing to myself because one day I was thinking about, you know, different kinds of processes of getting, you know, making sure that your clothes fit right and you say the right stuff. You want to be politically correct. You want to do everything right. And so I'm on a plane, and I have a dress on. And my daughter says, Mom, you know, remember the old way when we'd get on a plane, we'd be all dressed up and we'd look beautiful? Well, this was good. Got a nice little dress on. Turbulent plane, awful. And I need to use the lavatory. Of course I do. And so I'm in the back of the plane, and they said that the front of the plane, the lavatory is not working. So I get up, and there's a young couple next to me, and I say, you're going to have to let me out. I need to use the lavatory. And the girl says, didn't you hear the pilot? The pilot just said, whatever she said. I said, listen, if you don't let me out of here, it's going to get really ugly. So I get out, and I go to the back of the plane, and I get into the lavatory, and as soon as I get in there, the pilot says, bung, all passengers, please report to their seats immediately. And I have a dress on, remember? And I go, and I walk the entire aisle of the plane with my dress stuck in my underwear, the whole... Now, I don't know this. I later on in the hotel room that night, I went and I looked on YouTube to see if somebody had their iPhone out taking a picture of me. I get to my row, and there's a turbulence going on, right? And I get to my row, and this young couple sitting there, and I said, listen, just sit there. I'll crawl over you. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. And it wasn't until I sat down on the that I realized I had exposed my granny panties. Yes, I did. The girl next to me says this. She says, I was going to say something to you. I know what to say. I said, honey, by the time I got to you, it was too late anyway. So now I'm laughing and crying at the same time. Raise your hand if you've ever laughed and cried at the same time. Oh, listen, this is the best medicine you can ever give your body. I have a friend of mine who's an endocrinologist, and she says if you can laugh and cry at the same time, it's an amazing experience. Trust me, I was super cleansed that day. Anyway, so I'm like going underneath of the seat to try to pull my purse out, and when I pull my purse out, I pull it up upside down, and my pen went this way, and my wallet went over here, and business cards are flying, and a guy on the other end picks up one of my business cards, and it has my picture on it, and he says, oh my gosh, are you in show business? I said, yes, as of today. I just showed my business. You can't write this stuff. Oh. So I travel all over the world, and I started out singing. That's mostly what I do, but I killed somebody the last time I sang. True story. I was singing, until the day God calls me home, and she went... Third row, a woman in her 90s in a wheelchair just saw Jesus right when I was singing. Now, what makes that event even funnier is that an hour before that, it was a chicken dinner. And a woman started choking on a piece of chicken. That's how the day started. And so the table behind us, there's a woman going... And we had EMTs and nurses and doctors in that, and they ran over there, and they're doing the Heimlich. It comes flying out. That's how the day started. It was just, I knew it was going to go downhill from there. So then later on, I'm singing, and this woman, I promise you, third row in the back, and she's, and that was it, until the day God calls me home. So the pastor comes up, and he says to me on the stage, he says, Sue, just keep singing. Don't worry, we got an ambulance coming. We have EMTs. I mean, right in front of me. They're working on her. Just keep singing, Sue. Don't worry about it. Just keep singing. So I'm singing, amazing, how great thou art. I'm singing everything. Finally, Sister Spiritual, all the way in the back, stands to her feet and starts heckling me. And she says, Sue, I think it's terrible that you keep singing. Now, the pastor keeps going, just keep singing, Sue. Just keep singing. I think it's terrible. We should stop right this minute and start praying and interceding for this poor woman. Now, a nurse comes up to me on the left side, and she just looks at me and goes, Sue, she's dead. She gone, she gone, she gone. All of this has gone on the same time. And then I keep singing, and then the preacher goes, just keep singing, Sue. The woman goes, oh, this is awful, Sue, you have no compassion. The woman goes, she's dead, she's gone, she's gone. So I'm going to sing the last verse, so you better get your heart right with God right this minute. I'm just going to tell you. Until the day God calls me. Just keep singing, Sue. I think it's terrible that you... She's dead, she's home. I don't know. Oh, I wish for once I could take every single one of you on the road with me. You can't believe the things that we see on occasion. It's just crazy. So then I really blew it one night, singing to about 300 women in a Chocolate and Chuckles event. And a woman brought her young girl, her little baby with her, and the baby cried the first 10 minutes. That's all she did, kept crying. And finally, 10 minutes, she finally takes the baby out. And this is what comes out of my New Jersey mouth. I said, you know what? If that was me when I was a kid, my mother would have hauled my to the parking lot. Except I said the word, a double scribble, right out loud. Those women looked like the carolers at Christmas time. You know, those figurines? the picture of Jesus on the back wall unhinged and started rocking from side to side. Finally, a teenager all the way in the back yelled out from the back of the auditorium. She said, "Sue, it's okay. Ass is in the Bible." I said, "Yes, and mine's in a lot of trouble right this minute." So in honor of Julie Andrews, how many Julie Andrews fans do we have here? We have Julie Andrews. Oh, Broadway. See, I started out doing all the youth events. Now I'm doing all the senior events. And ironically, I'm singing to the same people. This is just for you. How many AARP card-carrying people do we have here? Do you notice how long it took for them to put their hands in the air? Here we go. Maylocks and nose drops and needles for knitting, walkers and handrails and new dental fittings, bundle of magazines tied up in string. These are a few of my favorite things. Cadillacs and cataracts and hearing aids and glasses, Polydent and Fixodent and false teeth in glasses, pacemakers, golf carts, and porches with swings. These are a few of my favorite things. When the pipes leak, when the bones creak, when the knees go bad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Verse 2. Hot tea and crumpets and corn pads for bunions. No spicy hot food or food cooked with onions. Bathrobes and heat pads and hot meals they'll bring. These are a few of my favorite things. Back pains, confused brains, and no fear of sinning. Thin bones and fractures and hair that is thinning. And we won't mention our short shrunken frame when we remember our favorite things. When the joints ache, when the hips break, when the eyes grow dim, then I'll remember the great life I had, and then I won't feel so bad. So this technology thing has just absolutely become so out of control. I mean, my first iPhone I got from my son and my daughter, they, about 10 years ago, and they said, text us when you want us. Don't call us anymore. Just text us, right? So my first official text to my son went like this: "Hi, honey, I'm flying into Philly. Pick me up at the airport." He answered back, LOL. I mean, is he going to pick me up? LOL. I don't know what it meant. We went back and forth, and it's like ROFL, CGU, roll on floor laughing, can't get up. We were just going back and forth with all this crazy stuff. I take the message over to China, and I take it to Malaysia, actually, in this wonderful church, a Chinese Malaysian church, and I teach them a song called LOL. If I was to say LOL, what does LOL mean? Lots of love. Lots of love. Yep. Loose old ladies, whatever, all that. So I sing this song, LOL, and I forgot that the Chinese have a hard time. They can't say American L. And so I'm going, LOL, and what comes back is, RRR. I go, LOL, and they go, RRR. The pastor got up and he says, Sue, we're very sorry. We can't pronounce American R like you. It's not our fart. And I just, Friends of mine are here. They go to Beijing. They go to China, take their gospel group there all the time. They said they just have a hard time with rhythm. They don't have rhythm. It was really hard. And the pastor says, this American group come all the way from America and you know crap with them? You crap really good. Come on up here and crap right here. So the whole LOL thing is this: what you laugh about defines you. And what you cry about refines you. And what you pray about assigns you. But what you give to God aligns you. I love you with all of my heart. I'll see you later. All right.
I love it. I love it. Hey, everybody, I'm Keith Bilber, your friendly announcer. Wouldn't be any other way. It's good to have you here tonight. Thank you for spending